Hey guys, welcome back. This is Arjun Mittal here, founder and CEO Tax Advisory. Today we are going to learn about the ITR 3 filing step by step on income tax portal online for assessment year 25-26. Today we are going to learn about the how to report F&O trading transactions in the income tax return, which is ITR 3 form will be applicable in the case of F&O trading along with the capital gain. If you have capital gain of short-term capital gain and the long-term capital gain, and we will learn about how to report your salary income if have any and dividend income, interest from saving bank account and crypto income as well. So this is a complete tutorial in English language. If you want to check out the tutorial in Hindi, then it is live and you can go and check out. The link is mentioned in the description box of this video. If you want to avail the professional services of ITR filing, you can contact us. You can check the ratings and reviews by our existing client on the Google. So go and check out. And if you want to avail the services of tax advisory for ITR filing, audit, F&O trading, ITR filing and many other legal services, you can connect us through this link. Just drop your email ID and the phone number. My team will connect you as soon as possible. So we have a summary here of capital gain, which is long-term capital gain and the short-term capital gain, and we have a F&O trading here having a loss of 4,98,344, and we have a turnover as well, which is 61,65,592, and we will learn to how to report the F&O trading, capital gain, VDA and other income in the income tax return ITR 3. So this is the summary I have prepared for all the F&O trading for the short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain, and in the assessment year 25-26 there are major updates in the ITR 3 form, and we will discuss about that changes too. So we will continue to file the income tax return. We have to just got logged in our income tax portal, select the online button and the continue and start new filing individual. You can select the individual and you can again select the continue button, select the form as ITR 3, proceed with ITR 3, okay, and let's get started. Then we have to select one option in these three, and we can select others and keep continue. And income, we have a income from the capital gain. 112A talks about the long-term capital gain, schedule VDA talks about the crypto income, other sources income, and we have a business income too. The F&O trading comes into the business income as per the income tax laws, and we have to select the balance sheet part, but we will deselect the manufacturing part, and all the things are already selected here. I will select one more thing, schedule SI. Just go and check out is it get selected or not in your ITR form. In the deductions we will talk about the old tax regime and the new tax regime as well. Just watch the complete video and subscribe the channel if you are new to this one. So we will keep continue and okay, and then this is the journal information and the filing status. We have a last date of 31st July, even if last date has been extended to 15 September. So we have to select the first option, and the second option will be method of opting out of new tax regime. So if you want to opt out of a new tax regime, you can keep continue here. But if you have opted out in the last assessment year in the old tax regime, then you have to mention the acknowledgement number and the date of filing of Form 10 IEA, right? So I will keep continue to select as no, reason being I have selected new tax regime in previous assessment year as well, and in the current assessment year I will keep continue to the opting out of, I will keep continue with the new tax regime, sorry. So right now we have selected all the details of the regime, and we will select the residential status. If you are a resident in India, then select the resident, otherwise you can select a non-resident as well if you are an NRI. All right, so we have all the details here, and the option number here is, are you liable to maintain books of accounts? So you have to click a yes. If you have a F&O trading, you have to maintain a books of account, and then whether SSC is declaring income in the section 44 AEB, so select as no, and if your turnover is exceeding 1 crore, then select yes, otherwise select no. Are you liable for the audit in F&O trading? We have to get our accounts audited if we have a turnover is greater than 10 CR or we have a profit in F&O trading which is less than 6% as comparison to our turnover. So we will select as no, reason being we don't have a audit applicability on our financials. We will select the code. There is a dedicated code. This is one of the major update in the ITR 3 form. If you find the 21010 code, there is a future and option trading. In trade name you can select your name as well, you can type your name as well. In the description you can continue to give the same description, and the save button, and just form is filled and we can confirm the first form. Are you liable to audit? Select no and confirm. Okay, so we have completed our first step of general information. Now we are going to learn about the trading account, and we will continue to reporting our income or loss from the F&O trading. So we have to select the trading account, revenue from operations, sales, gross receipt, and we will click add another, and you can select the sale from futures and options. You can add a separate tab for sale from futures and option. You have to go through your Demat account tax P&L. We have a turnover of 61,65,592. So we will compare, we will feed the same figure here, 6165 and 592. So this is our turnover, and we have to enter the purchase value in the direct expenses section. We will add another purchase of F&O. So our purchase value will be turnover plus losses. So this will be our purchase value, and we will select 666,393. So 666,393, this is our purchase value. So our loss is reported here 666,393. this must be 666,393.6. okay, 393.6. okay, so 4,98,344. Now we will mention our expenses as 1,01,796. We will add another tab, expenses related to F&O, and we will feed the 1,01,796. This is the method of reporting F&O trading in your ITR 3 form. And if you have an intraday trading, you can feed the turnover from the intraday trading, and you can show the losses or profit here. This figure except the minus button also, so you can show the turnover amount as well. If you have a turnover of 60,000, you can show the turnover amount, and the income from intraday you can feed the amount in minus figure as well. So this is the method of reporting the intraday income and the income or loss from the F&O trading. Now we will continue to talk about the schedule capital gain. Schedule capital gain, there is two schedule, short term capital gain and the long term capital gain, and there is a major update in the short term capital gain and the long term capital gain. If you keep selecting the short term capital gain, you will find the third column from sale of equity share, unit of mutual fund, or unit of business trust on which STT is paid. So this shows the you have a income from capital gain from the short term capital gain from the equity market or the mutual fund, either it's hybrid mutual fund or equity mutual fund. And we will continue to select number 3, add another. Yes, here is the major update I was talking about. So we will continue to select the 111A, which talks about the short term capital gain. And if you have transferred, if you have redeemed your mutual fund or equity shares before 23rd July, then the short term capital gain rates are different. And if you have redeemed your short term capital gain after 23rd July, then the rates are different. So if you find out this sheet, there is a date also mentioned here, and we will match the redemption date. If you are seeing here, this is the redeem date which I am talking about. You have to select all the shares or equity funds which you have redeemed before 23rd July and the after 23rd July. I have prepared a summary here. If you can notice here, I have prepared a summary. So this is the 23rd July and the after 23rd July short term capital gain, long term capital gain. It is mentioned here, short term capital gain and the long term capital gain. So we don't have anything before 23rd July. We have all the short term capital gain after 23rd July. So I will go to this section, and the purchase value, sale value will be 494,6950. So this is our sale value. Our purchase value will be 442763, 442763. So this is our purchase value. If we have any expenditure, then we will select here. So this is the short term capital gain which I have reported here, and now we will continue to keep learning about the reporting of long-term capital gain. Add another. If you have acquired all the shares after 31st January 2019, then select here shares unit transferred on or before 23rd July and the after 23rd July. So we have all the details here in the summary. I will suggest to prepare a summary first before proceeding for the ITR3 video. So we have a long-term capital gain here after 23rd July 2024. We have a buy value of, so we will select the after 23rd July here, and full value of consideration will be 189352. So 189352, and cost of acquisition will be 137734, 137734, and we have expenditure too. No expenditure here. Okay, so we will keep selecting, and the long-term capital gain here is reported. So I have a long-term capital gain of 51,618, and we have a short-term capital gain too. After reporting your short-term capital gain and the long-term capital gain, you have to go to your schedule CG, and you have to select your information about accrual receipt of capital gain. Reason being, if you have sold your short-term capital gain, all the shares and the mutual fund, the rate is 15%. After 23rd July, the rate is 20%. And if you have sell your long-term capital asset before 23rd July, then the special tax rate is 10%, or after 23rd July it's 12.5%. We have a long-term capital gain after 23rd July here. If you can notice, after 23rd July 51618. So I will report the income here in number 7, and I will keep reporting here in this tab 51618, 51618. Okay, and if I have a short-term capital gain too, which is also after 23rd July 2024, 52187 after 23rd July. So 52187 in 20% section. Here it is in 20% section number 2. Okay, number 2. Here we can report our schedule short-term capital gain 52187. Okay, all the capital gain is reported here. If you have redeemed your mutual fund or the equity share before 23rd July 2024, you can continue to reporting them in schedule 15% in case of short-term capital gain and 10% in case of long-term capital gain. Okay, we will confirm this schedule, and we will proceed for the reporting of the schedule VDA, which talks about the crypto gain. If you have an income from the crypto, then it will be taxed at flat 30%, guys. And if you have a losses from the crypto, then loss is not admissible, your expenses is not admissible, and you can't adjust your crypto losses with any other income. You can adjust your F&O losses with schedule short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain, other sources income. But if you have a salary income, you can't set off that income from the F&O losses. All right. So you can select the capital gain head if you have trading in spot, and if you have a trading in derivatives, you can continue to select the business income first schedule. Okay, so this was the reporting of schedule VDA, which talks about the crypto taxation. And we, in the section of income from other sources, you can tally your income from the annual information system, which is completely accurate right now, and you can match that income from the books of account too. Before reporting, the dividend income is 366. Go and check it out. The dividend income is 366, and we will edit this 366. And interest from saving bank account 1738, yes, 1738. And any other income, not at all. Okay, we will save the details here, and the schedule income from other sources is duly reported. Now we will keep learning to report the salary income. Okay, add one more schedule income, schedule salary. It was skipped earlier. Okay, right now the schedule salary, gross salary will be our 7,72,956. You can type the name of the employer if it has not been auto popped up, right? Nature of the employer, central government, state government, public sector undertaking, CG pensioner, SG pensioner. You can select the nature of the employer, and the salary income will be reporting here, the basic salary, DA, conveyance allowance, HRA, LTA, and you can keep continue to take the allowances as exemption and the deductions in the old tax regime, but we are here reporting our income in the new tax regime, so we won't claim any deductions here. Okay, all right. So we have learned to report about the F&O trading losses, short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain, schedule VDA, other sources, and the salary income. Right now we have a major head here, schedule SILA. So we will select the schedule SILA. So it is showing the short-term capital gain at the rate of 20%, long-term capital gain at the rate of 12.5%, and the income from other sources as well. So we will confirm the tab and we will keep continue to going the schedule Buffalo, and it is showing any brought forward losses of earlier year. So if you have a F&O, if you have a losses from the last year, total brought forward losses from the last year in let's talk about in 24-25, right? In 24-25, if you have a loss, then it will auto pop up here, and we will keep continue to select the losses which will be carried forward for the next 7 years if you have reported losses in the last year. Okay, so this is the 25-26 losses, which is 4,92,743, and the 5,000 loss from speculative business, and the short-term capital loss is now 0. Let's check the details in Buffalo. Okay, all right. So okay, all right. All the capital gain has been set off from the F&O losses. So I have to edit one more thing here. This 1,03,805 is now completely set off against the F&O losses, right? And we will keep continue to income chargeable to tax at a special rate. Okay, we have a income, we will keep reporting the confirm tab here, keep the confirm tab here. Computation of total income, if you have a income from the capital gain, then it will be showed here. It will show the headwise income and the F&O losses here. You can watch the F&O loss for like 97,743, and there will be one error. I will let you know about the error in the form, and it will show when we will be validating our return form. We have a refund of 217. Okay, all right, we will keep continue to proceed to verification, and we will verify our return, place of filing, mention the place of filing in the ITR 3 form, proceed to validation. Okay, all right. So the errors I was talking about, the salary income, if you have reported, then there is a slight box which you have to be deleted if you don't have any allowances from that nature. Okay, and in short-term capital gain, in long-term capital gain, we have to remove the figure from the information about accrual receipt of capital gain, because we won't have to pay any taxes here, guys. Reason being, all the capital gain has been set off from the F&O losses, all the capital gain, either it's short-term capital gain and the long-term capital gain. In scheduled salary, we have to delete the allowances which is in the nature of, okay, all right, we will delete all the allowances section here if you don't have any salary income, guys. Otherwise it will show error, and right now we will keep continue to confirm all the 2 errors have been sorted out here. We will keep continue to proceed to verification, select yes, proceed to validation, and the validation is now successful. You can preview your ITR form, and you can submit your ITR and e-verify your ITR with Aadhaar EBC. If you don't have your mobile number linked with Aadhaar number, then you can send your ITR copy to the CPC Bangalore, or you can get it verified through your net banking, through your DMAT account. We have a lot of verification method in the income tax return. So this was the method of reporting capital gain, either it's short-term capital gain, long-term capital gain, salary income, schedule video, F&O losses, and the income from other sources in ITR 3 form. If you did like the video, please share it with your friends too, and please subscribe the channel if you are new to this one. Thank you so much, guys, for keep watching my video. Thank you so much.